third one is a new music video for a new original song called Western Bar, which is something that Peter worked on while I was in America.
Yep.
And is there anything you want to say about that?
Using old footage from Lijiang. Some of the footage we've used before, but some of it was stuff that we hadn't used. And yeah, just there's a lifestyle of a Western bar.
Dirtbag foreigner.
Dirtbag foreigner that it's in the big cities, it's in the little cities. In Lijiang, it was like living in a little hobbit hole.
Yeah, and there's like what they call the banana pancake trail, which I don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm not exactly certain of what that is, but it is like Westerners who kind of go north and south from Thailand and Vietnam up to like Western China, where things are generally more relaxed. There's some association with drugs, I know, and I guess it is like banana pancakes are not a native food to any of those places, but hostels serve them because Westerners are there. I don't know. If you know what that term means, write it in the comments. Yeah. But yeah, so there is like that lifestyle.
It's a very the Dali Yunnan itself has a I guess it's part of that whole trail of hikers, backpackers, down to beach goers, and it's a crunchy attitude.
And it's definitely people who are like escaping from life, whereas like I would say all the foreigners in Luzhou are very like settled down and like this is their life. It's not like a party that they're having while they don't grow up.
Right. And yeah, we definitely...
To speak frankly.
we got to see within our year there in Lijiang. And following...
Which is not to say like everybody in Lijiang is that way, but it does...
Right.
Like socially there's more of a presence of that kind of lifestyle still there.
Well, yeah, and every Western bar has its own... You know, you have your game nights or, you know, whatever you get together to...
Yeah.
We had Game of Thrones was a big thing as we were leaving. Everyone did a Game of Thrones night, and what was some kind of like red torpedo like liquid or something?
Fireball, cinnamon tequila, or cinnamon flavored something.
Yeah. So it's like a drinking game and everything, and y'all sit in these groovy little places with rock posters and broken guitars, and so it's.
And then complain about how hard it is to live abroad while you're watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah. So it's a lifestyle thing that, again, I think it's in the big cities too. It's just
probably.
It's a little less, woodsy. But that's what we saw.
Well, there is I think a definite. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say this and don't take it as definitive fact, but I think in Western China it is easier to find drugs than in the East. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe all big cities have drugs, but it's definitely like that pipeline up from Southeast Asia.
Yeah. Well,
meant it was more prevalent.
For many reasons, including money, only went to the Western bar, once every 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
It's not even. But we would hear that a lot of people that were there every night, they would be like, "Oh, good thing you weren't here last night," because the cops came in and shut everyone down, kind of.
Well, they would raid the bar and make everybody take a drug test, and then if you didn't pass, they would extort you for money, which is like, that's not the way the police operate in Luzhou at all. There's definitely like on all sides shady stuff going on in Western China. I had a student, even a Chinese person, who was born and raised in Lijiang, and she was working for a hotel. She had like a degree in hospitality, and she's like, I gotta move east because it's so corrupt here. I'm never gonna get the promotions because I'm not playing that game. But in the east, it's more cleaned up, and so I'll have like a better chance of on the merit of my work getting promoted.
And we were surprised.
It's not just us being like,
Yeah. Well, we were surprised that like people always had stories of like, my e-bike was stolen last night. There was a drug bust here. There was a crackdown with some mafia, and we're like, this is a tiny little town.
Yeah, it's like a little postcard tourist town.
Yeah.
With a very seedy underbelly.
We always tried to be home by 10 o'clock not because of that,
Yeah.
just so that we could watch TV at home.
Yeah.
But then we would come up the next day and hear like, yeah, there was a thing happening.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even tell me. I'm going home.
Yeah. There were some funny stories. But yeah, so that translated into the Western Bar song.
Yeah.